Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Style Over Substance. It's episode 40, and you know what that means. Every 10 episodes, we like to do something a little bit different. So today, we're here with some unpopular fashion opinions. I'm actually really excited.
Yeah, we've been waiting to do this for some time.
Yeah, so we're going to run like through our own personal ones, and then a bunch of you guys have sent in your unpopular opinions, and we'll run through those and as usual discuss. Yeah. How are you, Mim?
Yeah, I'm not bad. I was that convincing enough?
How's the long weekend treating you?
Oh god, I'm actually working on Monday, so it's like a semi-long one. But I it's good, but then I feel like it's not long enough, and I feel like tired. Do you know?
I fell asleep at 8:30 last night on the sofa. Like, I have seriously am the epitome of lockdown fatigue these days.
Oh, yeah. So
we'll get there, Mim. We'll get there.
Yeah, I did buy some. My mum put me on the Costco plug of, they have these like fashion books, and it's like Chanel, Yves Saint Laurent, Louis Vuitton, Prada, and what's the other one?
These like the coffee table thick books.
Yeah. I'll try. Maybe I'll take a picture and we can post it and tell people to like rush to Costco. But there's basically, it's a big catalogue of all their like runway looks from like the 80s. So it's a cool.
Love it. I love those books so much.
Yeah. So I've had a little bit of a flick through those, but that's pretty much all. What about you? How's your week been? Other than early.
I know, it's tragic. I had one of my best days ever yesterday. It was a good day. I got to be in the same place at the same time with my two nephews. So my youngest nephew's been alive for 4.5 months, and I've never seen the two boys together. So yeah, that was a good day.
Nice.
But yeah, not much. I really enjoyed our short, sharp sunshine shower.
Yeah,
and it was a real sad day when then it just didn't stay.
Yeah, it was over so quickly.
But yeah, it kind of gave a real hope of like summer. That tough lockdown period is over. I know we don't like to talk about the C word, but like I think we're past that heavy point where it was bleak. I'm really hoping anyway.
I'm not as positive as you, but I will say that day of sunshine really like regenerated my soul a bit, and I was just like, I was thinking about summer. I was just thinking about summer tunes and like I don't know.
We'll get there. There's whispers of waves, but we'll get there. But anyway, let's crack on with what is an unpopular fashion opinion you have, Mim, and maybe we should just address the thing that we always talk about with you, Crocs.
Don't shame me.
I am going to shame you, because my unpopular or popular opinion is I don't like Crocs.
Yeah, yours is a popular one. But it's a bit, I think it's like the camp is split. I feel like you've got just as many people who...
Oh, it's totally Marmite.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm not afraid of ugly shoes. I'm not really afraid of ugly anything, to be honest.
I think one of the draws for you is the charm accessorizing.
Yeah, I think it is. And like the bright colours, I think that's what draws me. But okay, so my argument for Crocs is, at the beginning I wasn't 100% sold on them, and then I just saw more and more people with them. And a tip out there for guys who have hardwood floors in their house, or like laminate, and it's like the floor is hard, they are so comfortable for that sort of thing, if we're talking practicalities. And they're a reasonable price. You can get them for about £26. You get the little charm.
I thought they were way more expensive than that. I thought they were like 40-50 quid.
No,
like,
they're not.
Easy. Yeah.
You can get more expensive ones, of course, when they do like Justin Bieber collabs or something. But yeah, Crocs are fun, and they're just like, they're comfortable, they're easy to wash, they're fun. Like, you don't take yourself too seriously with Crocs. And I really feel like I'm convincing.
Do you wear your Crocs outside of the house?
If I'm going to get my letters,
But like you wouldn't have a day out in your Crocs.
No.
Okay, they're house shoes. Okay, fine.
I managed to convince Mr. Big about Crocs, and so he asked them for his birthday, so I got him a pair.
Did you get him some charms?
I got him one charm, and it was a bottle of hot sauce charm.
Yes.
Yeah, go on, tell me why you don't like Crocs.
I just don't think they're cute.
No, they're not really.
Like, I think they belong on the feet of people who work in the food industry, like, you know, like
dentists,
our medical professions, like all of that stuff for hygiene reasons in work, for sure. And I don't know, they stress me out. They just don't look like they're easy to walk in. That little sling back sort of.
No. Those keep your feet in, honestly.
I'm just not convinced. Like, I don't actually think I like them when people wear them with no socks, but then also it's stressful if you can see like some bad socks through it. I just have a real problem with Crocs.
Fair enough. I can't deny they are ugly. I can't deny that.
Yeah, but I don't even know if it's almost like there's no like great way for me to wear them. If like you can't look good with them, in my opinion, without socks or with socks.
I think if you saw your like nephews in kiddie Crocs.
They'll probably have them on the beach and all of that stuff, or on holidays, and I'll be a convert for them. But until that day, I am a naysayer.
My other thing that I do not like now, it's a bag. And it's like one of those social media YouTuber type bags. It's like, you know, the product that you see, but you only ever see it on social media, and I've yet to actually see someone in real life with this bag. And people just seem to really love it. They've obviously had a really big like marketing push on YouTube or something, but it's those, I don't know if you've seen them, but you must have, those Senrev bags. Oh my God. Okay.
I don't know if I have. I'll probably know it if I saw it, but
maybe you have to Google it or something. But we'll post a picture. And it's this brand that kind of sprung up a few years ago, and they do these bags which are convertible, so you can have them as like a backpack, a crossbody, a handbag, and the straps like
these ones that have like the kind of. I'm not mad about those.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I think they get way too much hype than like, and the leather on them look like, you know how
it looks a bit cheap. It looks a bit like a Saffiano.
I was just about to say that. I was just about to say, you know how we love a bit of Saffiano.
It does look like a Saffiano, I'll give you that.
And like, okay, fair enough if that's for a tote. Tote needs to be hard wearing, but this just looks so rigid. And there's a YouTuber who I like watching her videos. Okay, I don't like her style, like we're not in the same style camp, but I appreciate her videos on luxury because she's really kind of knowledgeable in that sense. But she has a Senrev bag, but I think they sent it to her. She seems to love it, but the thing is, this is where I don't like, you know, it's not up there. She likes the Lady Dior bags. You know, everyone knows Lady Dior ones. She has this Christian Dior, like, little thin scarf, like, you know, those little twinny. And she wrapped it around the Senrev handle. And she was like, look, I think the Senrev kind of gives me the same vibe as my Lady Dior. And I was like, what is the world coming to? What? I was like, there's so many other cuter, small, whatever bags.
Yeah, you know what? It's also the thing. And I hate this working in design of like, they've got that closure that's kind of like a belt or kind of like a seat belt, whatever like you want to call it, which is a really clever like leather, it's not even hardware closure contraption. You don't have to put it on every fucking bag. Like, and that is like the ultimate like worst thing when you're designing and like one of the bags of the company takes off and you're then meant to like stick that on everything. And some things aren't meant to have it, you know, like a tote doesn't need to suddenly randomly have that, or like you can't make every bag like large versions of that, you know. That's when I have like a bit of a pet peeve of like, have that one or two styles with it on, But every kind of bag of theirs at the moment does have that on.
Yeah. I'm just not a fan. It's getting forced on me, I feel. Anyway.
It's very Instagram, and actually you're right, I haven't seen someone like wearing it in the flesh.
No. What's your unpopular opinion?
So one of my big ones, and I need to like, I will counteract this afterwards, because I do think there's a time and a place where different people like maybe need this trend. But I cannot stand leggings under a dress or a skirt. Like
it's so like 20.
I know.
2005.
And so my sort of like asterisk is I know a lot of plus size girls do it.
Okay.
Because that, like, we all know clothing is not scaled up properly, like that skirts are then really short, or like if you've got thighs that touch, you kind of need some fabric to like stop you chafing,
like
or
a thicker pair of tights.
Yeah. Okay. So like I know then like people will either have, like, some people do it with shorts, but some people will just have like the full on legging, and I'm not here for it. It really stresses me out, like beyond belief, because it's normally summery clothes they're doing it to, and they're like, then it's just a jet black legging underneath.
Yeah.
And I'm just,
I don't
think it's okay.
Of when we were at school, that was.
I used to dress like that. Yeah. So like, don't get me wrong. Yeah.
Skirt, black leggings, and like ballet pumps.
Yeah.
Those were like, you were it.
Yeah. But I can't stand it. Like, it just looks really dowdy to me now. Yeah. And it is, like you said, it's often paired with like a ballet pump. And like, I was the queen of ballet pumps. I loved a ballet pump. I think they would make me look really dowdy now, or like it wouldn't be super flattering. But I also had the blessing of like nice lean long legs at that point. I mean, they're still not terrible, but like
pretty good.
But I don't know, I sort of like maybe looked more like a ballerina, I don't know. But also it was the trend, I guess, more importantly. But yeah, so leggings is a big one for me. And so like staying on the hosiery thing, I know that good quality gym leggings are expensive.
Okay.
I'm aware of this. You can also spend £80 on like a pair of gym leggings, and like when you bend over, they're still see-through, or like they're meant for like different activities. But then like maybe you haven't got the right size. But as someone who works out in like group things, I do CrossFit, there'll be like 20 people in the room. Luckily at the moment it's all like social distance and bays, but I do not want to see your pants when you're working out. Like when someone squats down, and like you can just eat, like some people wear really appropriate big knickers in case that happens.
Okay.
But like I don't want to see like your thong, or like you clearly haven't thought someone can see your pants. I don't want to see it. Like I just don't think it's a great look. Yeah.
You know what? Having said that, I don't like when you can see like knickers and stuff through.
What, VPL?
Yeah. No. Okay. See, that's the thing. I don't. I actually don't care about.
Okay.
On me, like I'll wear any.
Yeah.
With any.
And you know what? Like a lot of brands like don't necessarily do, like, especially nicer brands don't always do like a Brazilian knicker where like it's going to make sure you have no VPL. And if you're not wanting to wear a thong every day of your life, like a regular brief is going to do that for you every now and then.
But I thought, you know what? I thought the gym wear space had like really stepped its game up. You know me, I don't really go to the gym.
I think, you know what, I think it's sometimes people kidding themselves on sizing. Like, you know, because if you're squatting and your bum then is splaying a bit as well, it's stretching. But if you're also squeezing into some like leggings that aren't your size, because I just like, I don't want to see that. And then there's like some guys coaching us and they sure as hell don't want to see that. But also I think it more stems from, this is more when we were at school, but that was the real pivotal point of like the Primark leggings that people wore as trousers.
That's the image I'm getting.
And they're quite sheer and you can see their pants.
So bad.
And I've had that like instance like recently in the streets of like, do I tell that woman that I can literally see through her leggings? and see her pants? Like, do I tell her that? But then it's like, so it's it's this woman who works across the street from where I live in a cafe. And I like will clock it at the start of her shift or something. I don't want her then like standing there for the rest of her shift, like being aware of it. But I also would want to know myself.
I think, honestly, as a global sorority,
women have to,
you need to just say, babe, don't want to make you feel bad about this, but just tie a jumper around your waist. Yeah. And then she's never going to come to work with those leggings again.
I know. I just don't really like seeing people's pants, especially when like they're not wanting us to see their pants.
Yeah, it's not time and place, love.
Not on the coffee run. What else is an unpopular opinion that you've got?
Okay, so this was really influenced by our mutual friend, and she was asking us about sunglasses. And so our friend, shout out to Izzy, she was looking for a new pair of sunglasses and wanted our opinions on like what's the best way to go about buying one that suits your face shape. And I was reminded the fact that I don't really, like 95% of the time, I'm not a fan of Ray-Bans.
Oh, interesting.
And lots of people like them. And my issue with Ray-Bans is not like the style. Well, first off, they remind me of Tom Cruise. And
what, the Wayfarer or the Aviator?
Yeah, those. Both of those ones. And they just, most people think they suit them and they don't. It's not the glasses' fault. It's the people. Yeah.
Like, I think you're right. It has a universal quality that people think it's a suit all. And actually, I have quite a complex face shape for sunglasses, and Wayfarers don't look nice on me. Aviators don't look nice on me. Like, they hit my cheekbones. So like, that's not helpful. I like their like Lennon ones, but
fair enough.
But you're right that people need to learn that like just because it's Ray-Ban doesn't mean it's going to look good on you.
No.
It doesn't mean it's like a universal, like you do that.
I feel like people treat those Ray-Ban styles as like their initiation into like,
sunglasses. It's like nicer sunglasses.
Expensive sunglasses or something. Yeah. Like, step away. Like, don't jump at that as your first option. There are so many options out there.
I'm quite big. I think I'm more judgmental with men on sunglasses.
Really?
Mainly because, you know, sometimes when a guy wears like what I can only classify, and I hope this isn't offensive, as European sunglasses, when they haven't really got a frame and they're mainly glass. And you like, I'm trying
to visualize.
I'm trying to like, they basically like they haven't got much plastic, and they're kind of just like those 90s sort of like, I don't know.
Like
yes, but like they're all glass and they're kind of like flat at the top, or like, you know, they're a bit like fashion and maybe they don't realize. And I'm just like, go a bit more understated with your sunglasses, please. Please. I'd rather you have like some dowdy sunglasses than some like futuristic like Kylie can't get you out of my head style like sunglasses.
You know what? One pair of sunglasses that I do want is those. You're gonna hate them, I know this for sure.
Oh no.
They are kind of like those ones that are inspired by those ski sunglasses.
Oh, I can already think of a pair I had when I was younger, and I hate myself for it. But you'll look cool, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, thanks for the encouragement. But there's something about them which is, remember, okay, so off topic, but remember a few years ago when those big like fuck off visors came out? I think I still have lingering desires for those.
Oh man, you know what that's just reminded me of? Those Kanye glasses that were a real thing. Like the sort of blinds or whatever they were.
The shutters.
Yeah.
You know what? This lends itself to my next point.
Oh, okay.
Unpopular opinion. You know how in recent years Y2K fashion became a thing? And there's a lot of like corners of Instagram where there's like lots of communities, especially those who didn't experience the early 2000s really have an appreciation for Y2K fashion which in reality was a terrible
time. It was a terrible time.
And my opinion is Y2K fashion is actually really shitty, but all the versions of Y2K fashion that we see are not true representations.
Not real. Yeah.
Of what we used to wear. I want to take this time to remind people what we used to wear. Okay. We used to bedazzle stuff.
Yeah.
We had a bedazzler in our house. And we used
that doesn't surprise me because of your mum. My mum is
okay, so that we used to wear, as you've kind of alluded to, but before like the leggings, we used to wear skirts over jeans.
Oh, I know. And
they used to wear that on the runway.
I know. Ashley Tisdale, if you want to know what we're talking about, look at Ashley Tisdale red carpet looks. There's some gold there. Those thin scarves that served no point.
No. What else did we used to wear belts just around our hip as like decoration, and it didn't used to go through any belt loops.
No belt loops.
It was just like hanging there, and we used to have big ones,
and they would be big or really small.
And you would like layer them up, remember?
Yeah.
And also we used to wear ones that were black that were like studded, very emo. Very, layering of camisoles.
I saw a TikTok that was like getting dressed in the early 2000s, and the amount of layers of just like, and then you have them like all like a centimeter showing of like the different things, and it reminds me of like Hilary Duff as well, like all the films she used to be in,
because you had to show the different colors of your cami. Mate.
You know what I used to do a lot? It's like monochrome outfits, which I know is quite cool now, but it wasn't really yet, like, well, I guess it was at the time, but like I would have like an all khaki outfit, or like I very much didn't like, you had certain outfits, didn't you? You didn't really mix and match loads, like you had certain looks, whereas now I think it's a way more of a free-for-all. But like you definitely had some things that like were meant to go together.
These looks that we see now of Y2K fashion is like so much more curated and out and proportional and stuff. And I'm telling you,
Tammy girl, you know.
Oh my god, nothing matched back
then. And there were no such thing as a co-ord. We just tried to make that happen,
and it was like different vibes. It was like, imagine it was like low rise baggy jeans, flowy bohemian top, and then loads of necklace. Oh my god, it was horrible.
Oh, the pearl necklaces. Oh my god, terrible.
That's my unpopular opinion. Stay away from Y2K fashion.
Very true, very true. I don't know if this is going to be quite divisive, but I strongly detest grey denim. I don't like it.
I don't even know how I feel about it.
I just don't like it.
Does it look too wishy-washy for you?
I think it's like, are you old black jeans? Or I just don't like it.
That makes sense because I don't own a pair, and I don't think it's I would buy either.
I don't own a pair, and I would never sort of buy it. It's not really, I'm like a blue or black denim person, that's just me. But like I would definitely, you know how like a lot of people, like when they're dating someone, would like change their wardrobe. If I saw that, they'd be gone. You know, or that we'd dye them black by accident. I don't know what it is. I'm just not a big fan of it, you know.
Fair enough. Staying on jeans, denim. I alluded to this in our Cassie episode, and I think this is going to be divisive, guys. I do not like skinny jeans, especially on men.
We've had some write-ins about like the spray-on skinny jean thing on guys.
It's
not cute.
But I really feel like women will be doing themselves a favor if we just like let go of tight jeans. It's not comfortable. And also I really feel like it's not the most flattering shape.
I think skinny jeans are really only flattering for like skinny people, like essentially.
Very, very
like, and you've got a nice leg shape, and like Yeah.
It's like if you're if maybe you're wearing like heels and you want that elongated look, okay. But I haven't worn or bought a pair of skinny jeans in years. I find them so uncomfortable, guys. I really do. Oh my God.
I'm a big fan of skinny jeans, I'll say. And I still remember my first pair of skinny jeans, like when they first came in style. And it really suited my figure then. I loved them. And I still love them. But I also do now have, and the hardest thing I have found for non-skinny jeans, and we touched on it in the Cassie episode, which we're really glad you guys enjoyed, by the way. It's really hard to find good fitting jeans.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know anyone whose waist, arse, hip ratio is all aligned to like one dress size, like kind of a thing. But I found some Zara like mum jeans that are basically straight jeans,
straight,
and they fit really nicely. And it's taken me such a long time. I've tried Topshop, I've tried like ASOS, I've tried all sorts for years. I keep trying to dabble into it and can't find the right pair, so then just like leave the room and just stick with skinny. But
to buy more than one pair then, because once you found them,
I'm like ready to get all the colors. Like I'm ready to get like I need my light denim for the summertime. I need my black, and then probably another pair of black. Really, we're not going grey. But yeah, I really like them, and I actually find them actually to be rather flattering and really comfy once you get used to. And like, I don't know if this TMI, like the hard denim on the crotch area. But you also, like you said, when you take off a pair of skinny jeans and you see like what they've been like doing, like the marks they leave, it's not nice either.
I do like a tapered leg or a mum jeans or a whatever. But isn't it a bit weird that I'm pretty sure that we were the generation that saw skinny jeans being introduced, because before that, our mum's generation, beyond that, it was like a tapered leg or a mum jean, which was
they had a skinny jean, but because there was no such thing as like elastic, they could only be so skinny, so they were relatively straight. So we were sort of the birth of like the elastic,
the jegging,
could essentially just I'm not a big fan of jeggings, I'll be honest.
Horrible. Remember when Primark came out with jeggings, but they
would like stitch the pockets. I genuinely can't. I just think, I think leggings belong in athleisure or athleisure. Like, and I rock a lot of athleisure these days, but like, I think that's where leggings belong.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah. Oh my God. Anyway, this is bringing up so
many memories. Okay, I've got another one. It's a really hyped item, and it's not that I hate this thing, but I do think the hype is disproportionate for the actual bag.
Okay.
And that's the Jacquemus bags.
Yes.
Yeah. Chiquito. Okay.
The design of them's not even that great. There's quite a weird kick out, like it's quite wide.
Yeah. It's quite boxy. Everyone seems to love them. And you know what? I thought it was going to be a one-trick pony. Like,
well, as soon as they went mini, it created so much, didn't it?
But I see lots of, well, I say lots, I mean like fashion stylists, influencers, whatever, have multiple colors of this bag, and it's not necessary. It's a holiday bag, isn't it? It's a cute little holiday bag.
I always thought, and this is no disrespect to Jacquemus, even though it probably is, I thought it was quite a tacky brand. I thought it was kind of, like you said, it's quite a disposable brand of like, you buy it for a season, you leave it in that season, that kind of a brand. Yeah, I think that bag has really like done a lot. I'm kind of hoping that after this mini bag trend, I mean, I don't like the large bag trend, but like, I'm hoping something wipes out these like pathetic little like beep, 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 beeps that people get. Because let's be honest, a woman needs more than that. Like, a woman needs more than that. Like, it fits maybe a lipstick and a tampon and your keys.
Yeah.
But I don't even know if it holds like a card.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to small bags. I have a number of small bags that probably they can barely fit my phone, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I just don't think the design's all that. But you know what? Good on him. He's riding that wave hard.
Yeah, for sure.
What's your next one?
So I'm going to head back to hosiery.
yeah, go on.
So I obviously haven't been commuting to London for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, pandemic. Commuter trainers paired with tights and like your office attire isn't for me. Get your ballet shoes out, get something. I understand it's comfortable, but it is not like, and you know, some people do it with literally like just a retro 80s trainer, and okay, that might be someone's look. It really stresses me out when you know that they're going to change their shoes at the other end. Like, I just find it somewhat unacceptable. And then on a similar vein, I really hate tights that aren't black. So I'm not a big fan of nude tights, you know. They don't make the right colors for people, like, at all. And I really don't like those tights that are like navy, like a little off black navy. I just think I just think of old ladies at nursing homes for like nude tights and all of that stuff.
I think you've attacked my mum right now.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mim's mum. I love you, but like, yeah, I'm really picky with tights. I really stress out when I wear tights because I think the level of opacity can really make or break your outfit.
100%.
And like, I'm someone who like, I can stick my finger through most tights, you know? So I've got to have durable ones, but every now and then it calls for like a slightly sheerer number.
In the winter, if I'm wearing a skirt or dress, I hover in the 40 denier because when it's completely opaque, it can look a bit shiny.
Yeah.
A little bit like
when your legs look a little dead.
Yeah. You need a little bit something peeping through.
Yeah, I think I might be a 60.
Yeah,
a 60 denier.
Yeah. 60 is my
100 is like 100 is a cold day.
100 is That's like
you might as well. You know what else I don't like? Woolen tights.
Oh yeah.
Like, we're not at school anymore.
No. Yeah.
I have some really strong tight preferences.
I think nude tights, not just because
I think nude tights have to be expensive. They have to be nice.
Yeah, they do, and not just because of the color ranges that are available, but I just think in general they age you because it's like, just use your legs. Your real legs.
And I think it's the thing of like, you obviously, like, the royal family has quite strict rules that you can't have your bare legs out.
Oh yeah.
And so it seems somewhat old-fashioned. But you obviously, like, it needs to have a subtle shimmer, but you also don't want a glittery leg. You know, it's quite hard, and they're meant to be really sheer, and like, I'm gonna get a ladder in that within an hour.
Oh, you can only use those once.
Really? Yeah. Tight. There's a rule for all with tights.
Yeah. My next one is okay. This is a philosophy.
Okay, I'm here for that.
And I think there's quite a bit to discuss. Now, in the world of buying luxury, particularly on bags, but it can correspond with lots of other things. Now, I don't like it when people are like, I only buy classic designer pieces, whatever that is. Classic, oh, this is classic.
Quote unquote.
And classic that. Instead of just buying what
they want
and enjoying that, as ridiculous as it is, if you buy everything classic, what we tend to see is like bag collections that are so samey, all look the same, and it's like I feel like you've almost wasted your money on stuff that every single person has. Everyone has, and it's not that I don't like the bag itself. It's just like the idea of everything in your wardrobe has to be a classic piece. Oh, I'm going to buy this because in 10 years' time it will still be fashionable. Like, Neverfulls. Do you really want a Neverfull? or you just buying it because you think that everyone else will appreciate your purchase. Do you know what I mean? And then you see like my luxury bag collections, and they're just like, you can tell certain people have just bought all the classic pieces from every brand.
So and you know what? Some classics don't stay classic. No. Like I don't know if you'll agree that like the Chanel boy bag at one point was a classic, but I thought it was gonna, and now I wouldn't say it's a classic. I wouldn't say it's really like that in or that like of the moment. So like 2 years ago that would have been a classic in like lots of people's books. And I think you're right. If you own more than like four designer bags, you go Glen Coco, you get that. Like, but like, so your 4 designer bags are going to be safe. Like the first designer bag, I'm sure I'll purchase like properly without it being somewhere I work, will probably be quite classic. But then part of me thinks, you know what? Life's too short as well. Like, go for those like more fun bags.
Yeah. If you're a simple gal, then I get it.
Yeah.
It's more just like
these fashion people. Yeah.
And it's like you end up with a collection that, in my opinion, is a bit boring. They look the same. And and then the idea of like, I don't want to buy, because I've seen it, I don't want to buy this Dior bag because the Dior logo on it will probably be phased out soon, and it will therefore like not be as classic in a few years' time. I've seen it, and that's just like, seriously, like, you either like the bag or you don't.
Yeah, I think people overlook it. And also, like, let's be honest, we all convince ourselves that it's because, like, you know, these bags would be worth something. How many people do you know that resell their bags on? Exactly. I don't know.
That is perfect. That is like another side to the point. It's like, stop buying things because you're like, I'll be able to sell it and make my money back. And it's like, listen, you won't. You'll
either keep it, you'll die with them around you, pack them in your grave,
because you're using that as like,
give that to your grandchildren. You're like, whatever. Yeah.
Because many people use that as an excuse to like buy lots of bags. This is a classic, so I'm going to buy it. And it's like, girl, you have like 30 classic bags. You can't, you can't, your cost per wear is dwindling. At this
yeah. That is so true. Yeah. And you know what? And I think I've noticed it so much actually in the last year. I've really like pushed my boundaries a bit more of like owning the things that I've wanted to wear, rather than be like, that they look really good in it, but that wouldn't look good on me. I'm like, I'm getting that. Like, if I see someone rocking some like fun like Zara jeans or like a little like co-ord number, I'm like, I'm gonna get that. And like, I'm gonna wear that because that's fun and fashion is worth enjoying. Or like, I'm definitely the most dressed up person in my office, but I like it. So like, I'm going to keep being that person. So yeah, I do think people need to have more fun and like take a bit more risk. And also like, if you're in the game of owning that many bags, you've got some money, you've got some funds. So like, you don't need to be justifying it that carefully. I don't know if this is going to be a little point, it's obviously not pointed at your mum. I don't know if this is going to offend your mum. I can't think of if this is something that would offend her. I don't like all white outfits.
That doesn't offend my mum.
Okay. Because I was like, I don't know if she wears all white outfits. I'm sure my mum has at times. By the way, she loves a pair of white linen trousers.
I like all white outfits.
I'm just not a big fan. I don't know if it's because so my brother used to have like these lad holidays, and it wasn't like Iron Appa style, but he would go on like a holiday with his friends, and they would jokingly have this day of an all white outfit, and they'd all almost look like members of Westlife in a music video. And so I don't know if I've got this association. But I think it just kind of makes me think of white parties, like Marbella vibes. Like, I don't know if it's that. And also because I can't keep a white outfit clean myself.
See, that's the thing. Like, all white outfits are a display of like,
look how clean I can keep myself.
Yeah. it's you have to be quite like, I think it's a status thing in that.
Yeah, of course it is.
If you can wear an all white look, especially in winter, then it's like, oh, it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, like a beautiful white coat, like the Made in Manhattan outfit she tries on of that lady's with that cream coat. Yeah. You know, it is a status thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it. I'm also, this isn't fashion, I'm not a big fan of white cars in the UK.
Oh yeah, I don't like them. It's very Dubai.
We haven't got the weather for that.
It's so true. Don't buy white cars, guys.
Like, you're gonna get dust on that in a few minutes.
I know.
When the rain comes. Yeah,
it's true.
Yeah. We interrupt this broadcast to remind you, go follow us on Instagram, Style Over Substance Pod. Shoot us an email, styleoversubstancepeak@gmail.com. Find us on YouTube, find us on Twitter. We've got all the links on our Instagram. You know what to do.
I think it's time maybe to go to some of the submitted responses to
Okie doke.
Yeah.
Let me get them up. Okay, so this has cropped up a few times. Holy jeans.
I don't mind them.
So I don't own them, but I think that's mainly because I think in skinny jeans it's really pointless. They rip really easily. I think it needs to be a straight jean or something like that. And I love it that like so many of my friends who have them are just like, when they want to wear them, you just shave like your knee and your ankles type of a thing, you know, wherever's exposed.
Oh my God, that brings up memories.
You know, self-care.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think it's that thing of like, I think there's a time and a place for like a well-placed distress, but when things are excessively distressed, I just think it's too much.
Do you remember, like, I think it was maybe about 4 or 5 years ago, and there were jeans that came out and there were slashes like all the way down the leg.
Yeah, you might when like half of your thigh would be out, or like your bum cheek. I'm not. Yeah, I think a little knee thing or whatever, fine. Yeah, I'm not big into it, and I don't know if I would like it on men. A lot of our things, I will say, people seem to be quite more judgmental of men's fashion.
Is it because a lot of our followers or listeners are women?
Probably. So we have, I think this is quite controversial, that most leopard prints aren't nice.
Oh, because I do like a leopard print.
I love a leopard print.
Before that, it's hard to do. It's
there's a book that I love, and I've grown up in a household. My mum is a leopard fan.
Is she?
She loves leopard print.
I've never seen her in leopard print.
It's often like her house clothes, but like she's just got a leopard print back doormat. For Mother's Day, I got her some leopard print mugs. Like, she's a leopard queen.
Serious. She hides it very well.
She hides it. She loves a bit of leopard. My brothers always sort of do like and here we can observe a leopard in the kitchen, David Attenborough style. Yeah. But yeah, I think leopard is arguably neutral at times. If you get a nice leopard print, it has to be a nice print. It can't be like a cheap, like one dynamic. It has to have some like light and shade, and it has to be nice. But I'm a big fan of leopard, so
I do like it. I think it's one of those prints that have stood the test of time.
And so this was one of our mutual friends that added this in, and so I asked her why, and she just has those connotations that I think we've touched on before, that like it's cheap, it's like Cat from EastEnders, it's the woman of the night, like it's just that association that hasn't shifted for her, which I get, But like, I'm well past that. I couldn't care less if you think I'm Cat Slater, you know. Let me slap on some red lippy, some dark eyeshadow. Like, I'll go for it.
Yeah, I don't mind it at all. The idea of like looking trashy it's not something that's like off-putting. It's not a negative thing to me in a sense, but I do like leopard print. Do I have any? I don't think so.
I've got a fair amount, I'd say.
Oh, I'm lying. I do have, yeah. But I completely understand that there's a good way to do it, and there's like a bad way as well. Yeah.
Yeah. This is one that reminds me of my mum, and this is something she drilled into me when I was younger. This person says they hate bra straps on show.
Oh.
And even worse, if it's like, do you remember those like plasticky bra straps that you would wear because your bra had to be out, or a larger breasted friend wanted to wear something topless and just thought she'd get away with it with those like plastic straps? That's worse than a normal one. But again, I think that's the same association that bra straps were a bit like cheap looking if they were on show. Because that's always the impression my mum got of like, she would always tuck my bra straps in whenever I went out if they were on show.
I can understand how that is definitely like a connotation with it. But I do just in general think that looks look more polished when we can't see your underwear. And it's like your straps are just like there and not, and of course, like it's all happened to us, like straps move, don't they?
What was that dress that like VB wore it quite a bit, and so did Kim K, where it would be, and actually I think Kim's was leopard, where it was like leopard, like straight, but then they'd have what looks like a bra poking out, like the cups of a bra.
Ooh,
I'll find the pictures and we'll post it on Instagram. But like,
probably like a Dolce & Gabbana moment.
Yeah, and like there's that dress at the moment, isn't there, that Hailey Biebs wore, where it's like it looks like your G-strings on show, type of a thing. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of like showcasing underwear on stuff, to be honest. Tuck your pants in, tuck your bra in. Okay, the next one is V-neck t-shirts.
For me, no. I think you can only get away with V-neck t-shirts if you have a big bust.
I don't think they're very flattering on me, and I'm not huge, big, like I'm not massive, but like I've got decent boobs, and I think as well, like it really depends on the cut. I think they look better on men, but yeah, I don't find V-necks flattering on myself at all.
Yeah. V-necks,
I would rather a crew neck every day of the week.
Yeah, 100%. All my t-shirts are crew neck.
I don't think they're very flattering. I think V-necks stick to the men's. So this is something that I think is going to be quite divisive. This is a suit blazer and short, like knee shorts, with heels. So that's been quite a recent thing of like the short suit. I think some people look fantastic.
You mean like in the cycling shorts with the heels and blazer?
I don't know. Maybe actually, because this doesn't say sort of like a matching suit. It says suit blazer, shorts up to the knees with heels combo. So maybe it is thinking that more street style vibe, because I actually like the suit and shorts thing.
Okay.
But yeah, that is very street style. Again, I think those cycling shorts with the blazer and all of that is very just pointed to like skinny girls.
I don't even think so. I think bigger girls can pull off like blazer, cycling shorts moment. It's very 90s, very early 90s. Princess Diana, you know.
Princess Di. Yeah.
I like it.
With heels.
I
think I'd prefer it with flats.
Yeah. I think it's overdone.
Yeah,
but
it's very Instagram.
If I can imagine, like the blazer, everything is nude, pastel tone. The cycling shorts with the really strappy heels.
Yeah,
the ones that are almost like kitten heel like.
Yeah.
Loads of little stringy straps. Yeah, I can see it. I can see why someone's over it as well.
So then someone here had said, "Logo mania is hot. The right amount of logo, though, the good kind." I guess I would agree in some sense.
I like Logomania.
Logos Mania's been here for a little while, and like we touched on a few weeks ago, like it's the only way you can protect your sort of designs, really.
Yeah.
But also, I don't know. I just think it can be really cool.
I love
worn appropriately. Like it can be really cool.
Like you don't have to buy the bag, the tracksuit.
Yeah, don't get the whole look.
The dress, the trainers, the everything, and wear them all at once.
Yeah.
But I am of the opinion that if you're going to buy something expensive and designer, I want you to know that I spent some money on this. So yeah,
I love it. Your sister's written in with Crocs, so I don't know what your sister's opinion is.
That is a personal.
I knew it would be.
You know what? She's the one who was. She was thinking about getting her own Mr. Biggs and Crocs.
Don't do it. Amazing. Oh my god. Okay, trousers or skirts with ruched elasticated waists make me feel uncomfortable.
Ruched?
Like you know, when like
bag ones.
Well, no, more just like when they don't have like a button and the whole thing is just elasticated, I guess. Trousers like that more for me than skirts. I think skirts can be fully elasticated around the waist.
Yeah. Like those midi skirts that are like cut on the bias.
Yeah. And actually also like a lot of the time a t-shirt or something's not, you don't normally see like the waistband full on show.
Mm-hmm.
I think trousers like that maybe offend me a bit more, but a lot of those like plisé, like loose summer type trousers have that.
Oh,
it doesn't make me mad either way.
Yeah. That's an interesting one. That's so specific. Whoever sent that.
And then this is, I hate when people buy ill-fitting jeans that aren't even long enough. So I've been watching Australian Love Island, and some of the fashion on that is diabolical. Really? And this one guy, like some of the guys are tall and so their trousers are a bit short, and that's fair enough. Like they're a little bit like too short, maybe for like a little ankle grazer.
Do boohoo.com sponsor them as well? Like
they have similar type things. Yeah. But this one guy was wearing trousers and the length can only be described as a pedal pusher.
Oh.
And pedal pushers should have been left in our childhood.
Yeah, when we were 6.
Yeah. So they like, for those who don't know, luckily, a pedal pusher kind of comes just after the knee. So like your knee bends, then you go onto your shin and you've maybe got like an inch or two of trouser on your shin, and that is it. But most of your shin is empty.
Yeah. Wow. Jeans are a minefield, and I just feel like in 2021, if
you just got to find your style.
There are places where you can buy like the correct length, you know. What happened to big and tall? Aren't they still around?
I think this guy thought that was cool. I don't think he got the wrong size. It was diabolical.
Okay.
I'll see if I can find the photo for you all to enjoy.
Yeah.
Someone's added, and I'm surprised we haven't discussed this, Speedos. So I'm guessing there's obviously men in Speedos.
Is that an unpopular opinion? Who is out there?
Oh, she's like done a sick face. So I would say that if you've got a good body, you can wear some Speedos.
Really? Are you of that camp?
I mean, I went to Australia, and what are they called? Budgie smugglers are really popular there. If you've got a good body and like you want to wear that, if my boyfriend wore Speedo, I would not accept that. If my dad or my brothers wore a Speedo, I would not accept that.
I'm just still.
But if you're a chiseled god and you want to wear a Speedo, you wear a Speedo.
I'm just still shocked over the fact that they're calling their bits
a budgie smuggler.
Budgie. That is disgusting.
But yeah, for the average man, I don't think a Speedo is cool.
No, it's not necessary. It really isn't. It's
unless you want to perform a tuck. I don't want to see like the lumps and bumps of your budgie, you know?
We've just offended the whole species of budgie. Yeah, I don't know who's wearing Speedos. It goes down under. I don't appreciate it. But yeah, I agree with our listener. It's not a look.
Okay, and then transparent heels belong in the bin.
Oh, the Perspex ones. You know what? I was debating whether to put this on my list as well.
So they're obviously associated again with ladies of the night.
Oh, yeah. But I think those versions are better than the versions we've seen.
I'm getting really fed up of it.
Yeah.
Like, I actually kind of think, because actually there's a real drag moment for like those heavy platform transparent heels. There's a real moment for that. But just these shoes with these transparent straps and all, I'm just a bit over all these girls. And one of my things was going to be when a group of friends all look the same.
Oh,
I know that fashion is a thing, but I think when we were younger, we didn't literally all rock up in a white t-shirt, like a denim skirt. Like, we didn't have the same
I think
archetypal look.
These Perspex heels are like, they're lazy fashion. You know how like Perspex heels, bicycle shorts.
Yes, it is. You're right. It's totally lazy.
And nude everything head to toe with a nude kind of like Saint Laurent bag, you know, the one with the emblem in the front. It's like lazy but disguised as like fashionable and well pulled together and stuff. And you can't wear these Perspex heels with every outfit. It's not right for every outfit.
No.
And also sweaty feet. Also, you have to have a great pedicure. I think you have to
have really nice toes.
You've got to have nice feet, and even then, your feet are going to get squashed into you. So, especially when they're closed off. I have seen the Amina Muaddi versions, and they're cute. They are cute. I get it, but not everyone, I don't think, can pull off those. Also, I want to also quickly add: it's not fashion, but it is grooming. This is a very unpopular opinion for a very long time. And it's people always having opaque white toenail polish.
I'm not a big fan of white nail polish in general.
It looks like Tipex.
It does. And actually I've bought like nice nail varnish, like an Essie or something like that.
Okay.
And it always looks shit.
Really?
It never looks nice because it does always look like Tipex.
I was always gonna say like Essie, they do the very subtleties between the shade. And but you can go white.
You need a really pale pink. You
need like a more translucent version where it's not opaque.
Yes.
Solid. Yeah. It's either a bit blush or it's a bit
a French manicure-esque colour.
Yeah. If you want to go for something light on your feet. But the straight like Barry M Tipex white, it has to also be like really well done. It has to be like fresh. Otherwise it looks horrendous. And then it does. So when people talk about Perspex heels, those vinyl
people have white nail polish with it for sure.
Exactly. It's one and the same. And that is my unpopular opinion.
Oh man. I love it. Okay. We've still got a few to get through.
Okay.
We've got chunky shoes.
I disagree.
I think there's a time and a place. So, funny story. My grandma, bless her heart, used to always comment on my uni pictures because I would wear like some bulky, like lace up heel boots because I plan on dancing. I want to be able to walk home.
Oh, okay.
I'm that kind of a person. I don't want to be the friend who like is having to carry their shoes like on the way home and stuff like that. These shoes are built for walking. And she just always would be like, oh, these shoes are very unladylike, very unladylike. Like she'd like you look lovely other than your shoes every time, because I would always have like quite like bulky shoes for like a dress. So
Nana.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind. I'm guessing this comment is in relation, not your gran, but
no,
in relation to like dad sneakers, dad trainers, like
I guess so.
Flat, Dr. Martens came out with those flat form, the chunkier versions. What else? We've seen a lot of flat forms.
I think people pull it off really well. I think it's the outfit. It's a general look. It's not like a shoe Yeah, it doesn't cause me distress.
Yeah, I have chunky trainers and I wear them all the time.
So here we've got a two-parter. Summer dresses with tights, I agree.
Yeah.
And sport tracksuit bottoms with high heel sandals. I think that that could look cool. I don't know.
Oh, I get what they mean. Yeah, I get what they mean.
But then that's a bit more of another Instagram look, isn't it?
It's an Instagram
the like sport
look.
High heel.
It doesn't
thing.
exist in real life.
Yeah, you wouldn't be at the club and see someone with their Adidas.
You're going to the club. It's some cotton.
It's some Adidas trackies and then some stilettos. You got to rethink that.
Are they perspex?
Probably. Make their legs look longer. I hate men wearing white jeans, someone says. I'm not a big fan of white jeans in general.
That is a holiday flex.
Yeah, that is I think only in the sunshine. Someone said mustaches.
What?
I think that might have been a joke because it looks like their picture has a mustache.
Oh, okay.
And then I've got sandals and socks is one of them.
Oh, I'm triggered.
And then one is metal finishing doesn't match jewelry. So I'm guessing that would be like if a girl's got silver hardware, gold jewelry, type thing. And I get that, but I don't mind a mixed match of my metals, if I'm honest.
That's quite old school. That's like a black and brown situation. I don't mind it. I think you can play it off. If you mix metals in your jewelry, then you can get away with it in your like bags and belts.
But if you're wearing like all gold and then maybe a silver bag, it's like you've bought the wrong bag for yourself then.
Yeah. So I understand that, but that is attention to detail that I think none of us possess anymore.
No. And so for sandals and socks, so I don't mind sandals and socks. If it's a slide and a sock, like a nice white gym sock or something.
Yeah, it has to be a white gym sock pulled up.
I don't think it applies to a Birkenstock. I think that's where it maybe looks a bit dad and a bit misplaced, but I do like a slider and some white socks. You have Birkenstocks and you wear white. I could tell by your face.
I don't wear the white socks with it though, but I do wear like black socks.
Okay.
Not crazy socks because again, socks is a minefield as well. And decent socks with it. I like it if it's done in like a black.
Yeah, it has to be well done.
Yeah, and you're right with the slider. It needs to be a gym sock. It needs to be white or black, and like the socks match.
Yeah,
and you can't because I've seen way too many girls, especially in East London, but I know it exists in other places. Sliders like an Adidas one, a Nike slider, a pull slider, with those short socks, you know, the ones that are designed to be hidden in your
like trainer socks.
Yeah, trainer socks.
It needs to be coming up into your like past your ankle, love.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay, I'm glad we settled that. We've discussed really tight jeans on a man. I just think you need it. It's not great.
So yeah, I've actually got one.
Oh, go for it.
Yeah, so my friend said that she really hates that influencers all look the same old minimal fashion. It's tired, she said.
For sure.
And I agree. I mean,
there's certain people where if you follow them, like you're going to get the same content essentially, and you're going to have those pictures of them posing in London, Manchester, wherever they live, and they're all doing some in the style stuff or whatever it is. They've got those ego shoes, you know, it's all of this stuff. They've all got like a Balenciaga bag or a Jacquemus, and they're going for it. Yeah, I think they've maybe got that long bob, you know, they've kind of got like a certain like ticking certain boxes. Yeah,
and their whole feed is like neutrals, and everyone does that Instagram makeup kind of thing. Yeah, I get it. I think for me, where I really appreciate someone's style is not that they have to necessarily look like how I want to dress, but their ability to put fabrics and colors and layering together in a way that is interesting and different and rarely seen before, or it's quite vintage and it's like an old way of doing things. I think that is how you put things together and layer them in a way. That's when it's like that person has really sense of style and shapes and putting shapes together. I just don't really care for like basic fashion. Like I know how to put a pair of like skinny jeans and like a tank top together.
And also like when they've got great figures that they work really hard for, of course everything's going to look nice. The people I find myself more drawn to follow are the people who take fashion risks and like mix things together that I wouldn't think to, like the people who inspire me, basically, like to challenge what I wear a bit more.
Exactly.
So we have a comment of Kim Kardashian is not a fashion icon. It is what it is. I would say back in the day, she for sure wasn't, but I would be amiss to say that the Kardashian Jenner family has not influenced the style that we have these days. I think they've very much brought about the cycling short thing with Yeezy. That was huge. With Skims, but the Yeezy thing, to be honest, probably inspired Skims, if we're honest. With like that all like nude, neutral, like the cycling shorts, like all of that stuff. That's definitely really brought about that basic fashion Instagram game that we see.
I think she is a fashion.
I think she is now. I think she didn't maybe know how to dress herself to begin with.
No, but that's the thing. Like, someone doesn't have to dress nice.
To
be a fashion.
And she influences the way other people look at fashion, which makes her a fashion icon.
And I remember like 2010, Kim Kardashian she'd been on the scene for a few years. But I remember going into uni that year and every girl was this, like, Kim Kardashian exposed us to being glam every day. That people weren't doing that. Don't think people remember this, but all these like men and women on Instagram now or on YouTube now who wear like full beat makeup weren't doing that before. Like she ushered in this wave of glam every day and having your hair done every day and looking like that sort of like
put together
Princess Jasmine like look. Also, she really was, when she first came about, she was really honest about wearing Spanx. And people were very taboo about that. They weren't talking about how many Spanx they were wearing. And she
wears 2 pairs.
Exactly. Also, wearing like bodycon dresses with 6-inch heels to a club. She popularized the bodycon dress and the long, straight, dark hair. We were all doing that in 2010. And now it's overlooked. But I think she's had a massive influence on what is generally seen as like fashionable or accepted or in vogue, especially on social media. You don't have to like the way she dresses. Definitely, I think she is. And I think now in her like older years, she's managed to, she wears more like vintage Azadine Alaya stuff or like vintage like Scarlett stuff and whatnot. So yeah, I do.
And actually, even just if you think of her Met Gala looks, you know what they are. The Thierry Mugler one will go down in history. Her pregnancy one will go down in history. Like, you know, and that is like somewhat iconic. I've been waiting to say this line. Friend of the podcast, Cassie Thorpe, has sent in her unpopular opinion. So last week she mentioned she's not a big fan of culottes. I don't mind culottes. So she's telling us here, stripes. She thinks most of the time they're terrible.
Ooh.
Again, I think stripes is one of my neutrals, like a little nautical. For me, it's got to be like navy and ecru, like type of a vibe.
Very like French file, Francophone.
Yeah. Francophone. Very like that's the kind of the only stripes I have are like ecru navy, white navy.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't mind a stripe. I think there was a time where stripes maybe were going on everything, but that's the same for a lot of prints. But
are you a horizontal or are you a vertical?
I'm a horizontal. I only really wear stripes on t-shirts as well. It's like a striped t-shirt vibe. You know, I'm a sailor.
Oh, but then I do have a blazer.
Oh, with what? Vertical? No, horizontal. Vertical.
It's a pinstripe, yeah.
A pinstripe. That's another thing, actually. I'm not a big fan of the navy pinstripe suit on a man.
Oh, because my jacket is navy.
I said on a man, but I just think that's a bit dated, like the old pinstripe suit. I just think that there's some better suits out there.
I like it. I think it gives me good 90s, you know.
It's got to be nice. I think, to be honest,
with a tan like trench over. Yeah.
Any suit just has to be good, I think, is more my thing. You know, when like it's a cheap pinstripe.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, so what do you make of Cassie's stripes?
I like stripes, and she's wrong. So, you know.
You thought she was wrong about clots too. Sorry, Cassie, friend of the podcast. Hey!
Oh.
But yeah, so Cassie's comment winds up our unpopular opinions, unless you've got any more to add, Mim.
No, I don't actually. But what's going to be our question for this?
Oh, I guess what their unpopular fashion opinion is. I think we've asked that.
Wow, that was fun. Anyway, thanks guys for sticking with us for 40 episodes. Most of you haven't, to be honest. Most of you just met us, really. Let's be honest. But thank you so much for listening to our episodes. Every week we still have a blast recording these. It's really fun, and it's been really nice to hear your opinions and to get your feedback.
Yeah, we've really enjoyed it being a bit more interactive this week.
Yeah, exactly. So thanks for listening, guys, and we'll see you next week.